It's morning time. Good morning. Good morning, Jaguar fans. I just want to be able to chime in right now on some challenges that we have right now. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, and I'm checking out the different feeds that we have regarding the situation with the quarterback. Now, you know that earlier yesterday that the Jacksonville Jaguars named Gardner Minshew as the starting quarterback. And Nick Foles, they paid nearly $88 million contract. Now the challenge is that the Jaguars are in with Nick Foles for $15 million, and no one, including myself, figured that we would be where we're at right now. As you can remember, historically, Nick Foles got hurt. He was injured in the first quarter of the first game of this season, putting him out for 10 weeks and having them to, of course, the earliest that he was able to come back was in week 11. Now, in that mindset, you got to remember, everything was okay. Gardner Minshew was playing pretty good. Okay, he had a bad game against Houston in London, but that brought them to, I want to say, 4-5 or 4-4, one or the other, either 4-4 or 4-5. Going into the bye week, he had a bad game. He did have a bad game, but because the coaching staff didn't know what they want to do, and because the front office didn't know what they want to do, they felt obligated to go to the traditional, the starter, he's good to go right now, so we're going to go with the starter. No matter how well you've played, we're going to go with the starter. No matter how well the fans have connected to you, we're going to go with the starter. With all that being said, had the Jacksonville Jaguars gone with Gardner Minshew, they probably would have won maybe one or two more games. We'd probably be sitting at either 5 or 6 wins right now. I can't say that we would have beat the Colts, but I'm pretty sure that we probably would have been competitive in all of those games because Gardner Minshew has the ability to scramble. Now, USA Today is reporting right now that Nick Foles, the Jacksonville Jaguars, fully guaranteed him at least $15 million in 2020. Cutting Nick Foles would cost the Jacksonville Jaguars $34 million against the salary cap. And if they was able to trade him, it would cost him nearly $19 million. The bottom line is Jacksonville Jaguars are in trouble as far as the quarterback situation because we made a knee-jerk reaction. Now, why would you do this? So in free agency, you go and spend $88 million. But then you pick a quarterback in the draft. Now, if the quarterback in the draft is performing at a high level, why not stick with him? That's the challenge and the question that the front office have to answer. Now, with that being said, if you got popcorns and you like to drink Coke, then watching the Jacksonville Jaguars right now is the best place to be because Tom Coughlin is afraid of his job. Doug Marrone is afraid of his job. And like I said, the front office is just in chaos right now because that's why they're making the decisions, the abrupt decisions that they're making. My thing is this. Okay, the decisions, hey, yeah, they're news breaking and they're like, thought provoking. But suppose they would have made the decisions at the end of prior to the the break. Suppose they would have made those decisions prior to us going on this 4-game stretch. 3 of them being with our divisional foes. Nick Foles. That's an irony. But they didn't. Instead, Jacksonville waited till we were completely out of the playoff picture to make a knee-jerk reaction and look at fan base and ticket sales. So right now, if don't get fooled by what you're seeing right now. Everything is about ticket sales. Ticket sales. Y'all like Gardner Minshew? We're going to put him in. But the reality is that we need an offensive line. If you had Tom Brady out there, he wouldn't have been able to do anything against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers because our offensive line gives quarterbacks 1 second to throw. That's it. Height, 1001. That's it. You heard me? Height, 1001. That's it. And that's the situation that Jacksonville Jaguars are in right now. So with that being said, we're going up against an angry Los Angeles Chargers team that is very highly disappointed in their loss. And they know that all they got to do against Jacksonville is run the ball. They don't even have to throw the ball. With that being said, let's go back to last game. Jameis Winston was able to have his way with the Jacksonville Jaguars because we don't have Jalen Ramsey. We're not able to stop the long, deep pass. But Jacksonville Jaguars, as usual, plays conservative. And because they play conservative, they did not challenge the secondary of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Excuse me. So, what should we do with Nick Foles? That's a question, I believe, for the offseason that we should have never had to answer. You know when Nick Foles should have played a comeback? Next season. Nick Foles should have started next season, leading us to a Super Bowl appearance. But as a result of the mismanagement of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Nick Foles will be traded in an underrated basis to someone like Chicago Bears, Miami Dolphins, or teams of that caliber as a steal from the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we'll continue to maintain our low expectation and mediocrity management. And that's my take on Nick Foles' situation. Go Jaguars.